Hello everybody, welcome to Erndales and welcome to Manitoba, Canada. My name is Dale and I am sitting, well actually I'm not sitting, I'm standing in my dining room and I was just working on the last 3 squares of my wonky log cabin quilt. I'll take you over and show you that in a minute, but first I want to talk to you. So it's Saturday, June the 7th, maybe 8th. I don't know. I don't pay attention to dates unless I have somewhere to go. We were promised rain today all day and rain all day tomorrow, but it's already 11 o'clock and there's no rain. It's cloudy, but we have such a high wind, it keeps blowing all the clouds away. We are extremely dry. In fact, we are in extreme risk of fire here now. That was only up north for a while, but now it's moved down to where we are. So there's complete fire bans for everything. People who are camping can't have fires. We can't even have, we have the old Weber charcoal grill. We like our charcoal grills. And we can't even use that right now. We're not allowed any kind of fire at all. They have limited a lot of things, you know, that like fireworks, no fireworks, nothing like that anymore. So until we get some rain, and we were supposed to get some significant rain, and I don't think it's going to happen. The clouds are getting blown away by this big wind that we have, which is actually another problem too, because if we did get a storm with lightning and all this wind, it would just be complete disaster. So not much has changed weather-wise. The garden is despicable. Nothing is germinating. I cannot believe I've never known a year like this in the garden. And I'm going to take you out and show you a little bit, but I'm completely disheartened about the garden this year, totally. And I've given it my all. I'm even watering, which I really can't afford to do. I have quite a large property, a lot of garden boxes and a lot of flower beds, and I can't afford to water all of that every day. I can't. Our water bill here is already quite large. So yeah, I know a lot of people haven't even planted gardens this year. They just decided right off the bat they could see what was going to happen and they decided not to plant a garden. And I kind of wished I was one of those people, because I have invested money in seeds, fertilizer, some new soil, a lot of money into stuff like that, plants, and nothing has happened. So yeah, it's not the best year for gardeners like me. Very disheartening. So, and on top of that, we've had such thick smoke from the forest fires that if you could go out and garden, you can't go out. It is chokingly. I have not really bad asthma, but I have enough asthma that I can't do it. I go outside and I'm inside within like 5 minutes because I just can't breathe. This is an area I have very seldom shown you. This is the very front of the house. And I've been working on this area right here. It used to look, I should have taken a before picture, but I didn't. Look at our grass. It's just all dead. It used to look like this. The whole thing was full of this weed. I can't remember what this is called. It's got little bluebells on it. It's a noxious weed. It just takes over everything. And I've actually been having to dig it out. And it has like a tuber root on it. This is my Carl Forster. I got to clean that up too. But yeah, this all has to come out, all of this stuff. And it just spreads everywhere. See, it's in behind the irises too. And there's columbines. These are wild columbines actually coming up in here. So I've cleaned this area, and this was in here. I don't know what this is. This was here when we got here. It's okay, but I don't really like it. So I've got, I think, a Shasta. See that stuff? It's coming back. I've already cleaned it out and it's coming back again. I think that's a daisy. That's a dianthus. And that is a butterfly bush, I think. And I just planted this little oh gosh, spirea, and that is gloriosa, I think. So I've been working on this. It's a really difficult area to work with because there's another foundation that runs under here, so you either have to plant something close to the house or over here, because there must have been a barn or something sitting here at one time. We have to do some touch up on our paint. Yeah, so I've done half. I got the other half to do. I have another spirea that's going to go in down there. Look at our lawn. It's just dying. It's terrible. Okay, so that's one area that I've worked in. I've shown you this, I think, the last gardening time, and nothing that I have sown has come up. See, there's some of that same stuff coming up in here. There's vetch in here. Oh, the weeds grow, but nothing else does. My little 9-bark is coming back, and that is I want to say flame. What's it called? Anyway, I just planted that. None of the seeds that I planted in here are coming up. This little beauty is just about finished. Look at the grass. It's so dry. Everything is just... I've been watering this, but look at it. This is all the calendula that I planted. It's all dead. The vetch is everywhere. I put water. I filled this yesterday. It's gone. We haven't sat out here at all. The wind has been so bad it's been breaking my pots, knocking them off the table. I had, in that big pot, was sitting in that basin, and was full of soil with a big rosemary, and it blew it off of there. That's how strong the winds have been here. So I'm starting my cucumbers in here. I can just about plant those. That's another blue pumpkin. Trying it again. That's a melon. This is a spaghetti squash. It's doing nothing. And that is zucchini that's doing nothing. And then I think these are more cucumbers back here. I bought these bedding plants. I haven't put them in anywhere because I haven't got any. Usually I have pots hanging on either side of the garage door. There's no point in putting pots up because you got to water them, and this was parsley and radish. Nothing. Well, maybe there's something. Look at that. Planted this over 2 weeks ago, and I've watered this every day. It's just, look at the grass. It's just terrible. So here's 2 garden beds. This is beans. I planted these, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They're just starting to come up, but this is full of beans. Like I am, just full of beans. And they're just poking through. I see the wind knocked this off. I better put it back. Yeah, and I water this every day. And I soak it. This is Swiss chard. Do you see any Swiss chard? I don't even see anything that looks like anything. Oh, wait a minute. One little sprout. Big deal. And carrots. Nothing. These little tomatoes are some that I grew myself. They were put in here 3 weeks ago, and they have not grown at all. May 9th is when I planted this. And May 9th is when I planted this. This lettuce is finally starting to come. I think that may be kale. And I think there's carrots in here and lots of weeds. Yep. I mean, this is just pathetic. And that is all I've got of my sweet peas. Nothing else came up. Look at all the grass though. That is all coming up. No problem there. Some pretty yellow irises though. And of course, the quack is everywhere, even though I pull it. I just planted yesterday, I planted the last 2 tomatoes that I had growing. Those are Charlie's Reds. I want to put my squashes and zucchinis and my little patty pan squash in here. Those are zucchinis and patty pan are both bush, so they're going to go here. And then my pumpkin's going to go over there. I'm going to let it go. And cucumbers are going to go along here, and they go up this trellis. Oh yeah, over here. I've just given up on the garden, really. That's why it looks so bad. But look at the grass. It just makes me want to cry. I planted that. I transplanted that. I had that in a pot. That's big, tall sunflower. But I had 3 rows of sunflowers. All that's come up is this little bit here. There's the odd little sweet pea in here. This was all full of sweet peas that I planted. And there was 3 rows of sunflowers here, and there's just 1 there and a few here. I don't know. This currant bush has lots of currants, but you know, if we don't get any rain, this is all just going to fall off. It's not going to do anything. My Wyoming raspberry, same thing. It's got buds, but if we don't get rain, it's all for naught. Go up here. You need to stay there. This Wyoming raspberry has deadly spikes on it. I gotta tie that up better. And the perennial garden. The rhubarb is bolting. I cut down the bolts, I don't know how many times. I am harvesting rhubarb. We have been eating it, and I'm going to start freezing it now. Yeah, I don't know. It just all looks so sad. Look at the grass in there. I haven't got to it yet. The dame rockets are really pretty, aren't they? Those purple dame rockets. But just nothing is growing. Just sad. Some more of these. And some more of those. I thought that was a blue one. These are funny. When you buy them, they're one color. But according to your soil, they change colors, I think. These lilies are about to open. I will video them when they come through. The dame rockets are so pretty. You know, maybe I should just let them take over. These are a wildflower, and they love it here. They are so very pretty. And the bees do love them. Look at them. Who needs a hydrangea when you have these gorgeous things? Some dianthus trying to do something here. And some kind of poppy trying to do something. That's a volunteer. I've never had that one there before. But I do have this big pink poppy here, which I'm so excited about. And what is this? That doesn't belong in there. That's a... Oh, gee. I never saw that. I gotta get rid of that. And you remember when I planted those 3 things? Those are purple sage. They're supposed to be tall. Yeah, sure. And then we'll go to the secret garden. We got rid of all the wood that was here. I didn't chop it. I'm going to make a trellis out of this. Everything is just dead. Grass is dead. I actually think the secret garden is doing the best of everywhere. So I planted seeds here. I thought I was planting Shastas, but apparently I was planting Cosmos, because those are all Cosmos that are coming up. And this is the biggest hosta that I have. crazy. This little thing I thought was dead. I'm going to actually move this. This is a clematis. I thought this was dead, and I couldn't believe that here it's come back. Morning glories, that's as far as they are. Look at them. Everything is just so not showing up. Now this is really funny. This just made me howl with laughter. I have been having vegetable gardens pretty much all my life. When we lived in the city, we used to rent a spot, a big garden plot, sort of like what the UK has in allotments. Oh, it's starting to rain. 1 drop, 2 drops, great. Anyway, I've always tried to grow rutabagas, never could. Look what's coming up. The very first thing I see is a rutabaga. I just about flipped. This has got beets in it and rutabaga. And this is what I've got for strawberries. This bed was full of strawberry plants last year, and that's all I have now. However, will you look at this? Look who's taken over this part of the garden. And I'm just going to leave them. Hollyhocks. They were here when we moved in. This whole area was all hollyhocks, and obviously they're back to stay. I did not plant these. I just hope they're a variety of colors. I don't know. And more dame rockets. And more dead grass. Look at that. Maybe we will get some rain. It is raining very, very sparsely, but it is raining. So I hope it pours. I've got a water barrel there. Gary's down in his office working down there. I don't even roll up the hose anymore because I use it every day. I never let a hose lay on the ground. Here's another hollyhock. Look at this. Robins are mad about something. Here's my second water barrel. Both of them are empty. So that's the state of my gardens. And maybe now you can understand why I'm totally disillusioned this year as far as gardening. Oh yeah, I made this little area here too. My intention was to put some cucumbers growing up. I got to put something different there though. I transplanted that dianthus, which take to anything. I transplanted that a week ago. It's still looking horrible. Maybe I'll give it some water. This little rose, it was over on the trellis and I thought it was dead, so I dug it up and it was just one leaf. And now look at it, it's coming back. It's very protected here, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, these lilies, daylilies, are going in the front. As soon as I get all that other weedy stuff out of there. So that is the status of my really sad yard. Not what I wanted at all this year, but it's what I got. Come on, rain, pour down. We can count the drops, can't we? I can. That's about it. So I'm going to go in and finish this video inside. I have more to show you. So yeah, I'm going to take you off the stand and I'm going to show you where I'm at with my wonky log cabin. I don't know if you watched the little short where I showed the different ways orientations that you could turn the squares to make different looks. And I wished I had never done that because now I am so not knowing what I want to do. But there's there's 3 ways that I really do like. So I'm just going to have to make a choice and put it together and be done with it. Maybe I'll make another one, or I don't know. Actually, I am enjoying this stitching by hand, making these log cabins so much that in the back of my mind, I'm sort of, and I have lots of squares, lots of scraps. In the back of my mind, I'm sort of toying with the idea of doing a full-size quilt for my son. Now, that would not be done this year, next year, maybe even the year after. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it because I really have enjoyed making these squares. Maybe I won't enjoy putting them together. I don't know. But making the square itself has been just wonderful, relaxing. So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm just going to say, no, I'll wait. Let's show you that first. So here's where I am with this, and this is sort of the layout that I'm really liking because it is diamonds within diamonds within diamonds. If you can see, there's a diamond, but there's also going to be a diamond there. And I don't know, I just find it's busy, but it catches your eyes in different ways every time you look at it. Of course, I can't get above it unless I get on a chair, and I've been forbidden to do that anymore. So I have just 3 more blocks. I don't know if I'm going to put another row on. I'm sort of thinking I might put another row here. I have the blocks done. I just haven't top stitched them, but I have the last 3 that go here. I have them in this box here. I'm working on those. So I'm getting really, really close. And I actually think for the space that I'm going to put this, that just having these 3 will be more than enough for a wall hanging. I think it's going to be actually quite perfect. And then right here is my coverlet of comfort. And I haven't done May and I haven't started June. And it's sort of bothering me why I haven't been working on it. And I know why. And I'm going to tell you why. And I think that I'm being very truthful with myself. I love everything that Catherine does. And I love this idea. But I have so much creativity within myself that I have always had difficulty following somebody else. I just can't seem to do it. And this isn't just now. This has always been this way. I remember my mom was a seamstress, and whenever she would be helping me, teaching me to sew something, I always had to deviate, and it drove her crazy. It's why that she quit trying to teach me, because it was so frustrating for her. And I see that now. But May and June, May was a Canter type, two blocks Canter stitching with animals on, and June is, what is it? It's applique, a little bit of applique. Now the applique I would be interested in doing, but for me, my coverlet of comfort is not Canter stitching. I love it, but I don't want it on my coverlet. It's not, it doesn't represent me personally. So that's why I haven't done it. All these other things have really been things that I've always wanted to do, the little quilt pieces, you know, and stuff like that. And I've incorporated things that I like I like this kind of stuff, you know, but Canter isn't my tradition. I love it. I think it's beautiful, and I have done it, but I don't want it in my, it's not, it doesn't represent me. I don't know if that sounds weird. And the other reason, I think, is because I did a piece in 2023. Those of you who have followed me for a long time know about this, but I'm just going to walk over there and show it again, just to kind of explain how my brain works as far as creativity. I have to have not the permission. I have to have the ability to take off on my own with my own creativity. And that's when I'm a happy stitcher or knitter or any of those crafts. So I'm just going to walk over there and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, and I finished a sock this morning. Look at this. Isn't that a pretty one? This is for a birthday gift for a cousin. I love how it turned out. This is the Library Socks by Kitchen Sink Shop. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I used, this yarn is called Wild Pansy. This is Gingersnap, I believe, from Lichen and Lace. Well, it turned out really lovely. I'm very happy with this. So now I can get on and make the second one. But that's not where we're going. Hi, Chip. How you doing? You say hi to the people? Say hello. Oh, she's being silly. Okay, so here's the reason that I'm having difficulty. I did this piece in 2023, and this is my own design. I got the idea from somebody else, but how I did it and what I did on it is all me. And I love this. This was a daily stitch. Every block is a month. This is the whole year for 2023. And every day, all I did was stitch one little square every day. And I just stitched whatever I wanted to stitch. So you can see that I have done whatever I felt like it. And this is what really speaks to me. This is what makes me happy, to do my own thing. So this is sort of what, some of this is very similar to what May was about. And when I got to think about why I was kind of stalling on doing it, I realized that I've already done it and I didn't want to do it again. So I decided not to. However, I do think I have an idea of something that I would do instead of it. As you can see, there's a lot of stitching of words. I've put this red here is the words from the hymn In the Garden, which is the very first solo I ever sang. So it has some meaning to me. And this, in August here, was a poem that I wrote called The Fire. And this was about the fire in Hawaii. So you can see I have done a lot of Canter type stitching things that is very similar to what the project was for May. And I just really, I just felt like I've already done that in such a different way that I really don't want to repeat it. And I really don't want to have it on another comfort cloth, because this sort of is a comfort cloth to me as well. I mean, I turned it into a wall hanging, but it's the same principle. So I hope that sort of explains my, not that I have to explain it, but I just wanted to explain it. I just thought that I should give voice to my reasoning for, maybe just for me, just to allow myself to say, it's okay, you don't have to do everyone. And I don't, I know this. This piece brings me so much joy. And, you know, I walk out of I'm standing in the doorway to our bathroom. And I walk out of the bathroom and I'll think, oh, what was going on today? So is today June the 7th? What did I do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 2 years ago today, I stitched that. It's just something that gives me such joy. I put anniversaries, birthdays, all kinds of things on here. Just what was in my heart or in my head, I put on this piece. So that is sort of why I don't want to do the prescribed May, and I'm okay with it. I will do something that speaks to me instead. While we're this close to the piano, I haven't played for you for a while. I'm going to try and play a piece, a very simple little piece called Sweet Dreams, written by Peter Ilich Tchaikovsky in 1878. It was the 21st song in a children's album that he wrote, and it was written between the months of May and July. Now, it was written in 1878, so it should not have any kind of copyright on it to trigger YouTube, but you just never know. It might appear on this video, or I might have to take it off, but I'm going to try. So here we go, Sweet Dreams. I hope you enjoyed that, even though I had a few little sticky finger hand mistakes. So thank you for watching me. This has been a whole bunch of different things all mashed into one video. Some of you say you like the longer videos. I hope you do, because this one's probably going to be quite long. I'll try and edit some of it out, but maybe not. So have a good week, everybody. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself. Stay well, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.